You know what I'm not doing right now? Freaking out about, is it hardening? Is it doing anything crazy on the panel? Not gonna happen. Very forgiving coating. A lot of people ask like, well, do I need to let it sit for 15 minutes to adhere properly? No. Once the coating is applied to the panel, it starts to bond instantly and it's filling those pores of the paint. Ceramic coatings are notorious for being horrendous to install. In this video, we're talking about the new JIMBO's Gloss Boss. This is an ultra durable ceramic coating. This is a 50 ml bottle, so you're getting about double what you traditionally get with a lot of other ones. And this is a very stout, professional grade ceramic coating meant for the first time installer. So I thought if I could make a ceramic coating that was easy enough for someone who's never ceramic coated a car before to install, professionals and everyone in between would absolutely love it. So to show how to properly install this ceramic coating and to do a attempted world record of ceramic coating this whole entire car in 15 minutes, I'm gonna show you exactly how you can do that. This car, because I can't paint correct or prep in 15 minutes, this car has been one step polished and then wiped down, so this surface is free of any defects and it's free of any oils and free of anything that may be on the surface. It's gonna come 50 ml bottle like that, and it's gonna come with the dropper on the top, so you don't have to worry about spilling it out, which is nice. You could take an applicator. Now you can use a foam applicator, you can use a suede applicator. My personal preference is just a microfiber applicator. So I also have these on the website. And then we're gonna start the clock. We are at 10 o'clock, 10:01. So we're gonna see if I could do this whole entire car in 15 minutes. And it's gonna be me explaining it. So I loaded up the applicator, and there's a few things that you want for installing a ceramic coating properly. And one of those things is plenty of light. So I have plenty of light going. I have dry microfiber towels ready to go, and I'm gonna show you one of the best features about the Gloss Boss, and that is extremely long work time. So I'm actually going to not wait and level this side. I'm gonna move, I should have started over here, but I'm gonna do half the hood like that, box it in, and I have my light to see where I'm doing it, like so. This coating is layerable within an hour, can be exposed to the elements within 1 hour. Yeah, layerable within 1 hour, exposed to the elements within 4 hours. And again, you just wanna make sure you have proper lighting to see exactly where you're applying. And every panel I loaded up with a few more drops, and you simply just apply it as you would, making sure you have complete coverage over the whole entire panel. And don't worry about going over other painted surfaces or plastic surfaces, or even if you have time, you could apply this right to the trim and the windows. So this is a coating for all surfaces. There we go. And again, think about how much time you could save if you could do a whole half of a car at once, right? A little bit more, load up the panel, and do your thing. Easy to apply, I don't need much pressure. And check this out. If you come across a trim piece like this, and you want to coat that trim, just go right over it. You don't need a whole nother ceramic coating just for trim. You can just take that same coating that you're applying to the paint and apply it to the trim. As we make our way to the back, again, load it up a little bit. Right over the lights, so it works on any plastic. Okay, that's about half the car. We're 3 minutes in. So we've applied to this whole half of the car in 3 minutes. Honestly, the work time and the dwell time that you want to let it sit is 5 to 15 minutes. That's going to be heavily dependent upon the weather, humidity, everything like that of your local area. So since I have much more time from when I need to actually wipe this off, I'm just going to go ahead and coat the other side. You know what I'm not doing right now? Freaking out about, is it hardening? Is it doing anything crazy on the panel? Not worried about it. And what you're looking for to know if you've applied too much or not enough is how sticky is it on the applicator. Is the applicator gliding across the surface? And do you have plenty of light to show you that you got adequate coverage on everything? That's what you're looking for. So you shouldn't really be having to apply any pressure at all. On to the next, a little bit more. This 150 milliliter bottle is gonna get you, these size cars, it's gonna get you about 4 these size cars. If you have a Ford F1 Trillion, one or two applications, 1 or 2 layers is what you're gonna get. But out of a standard car, you're gonna get, I would say 3 to 4 applications. And we're at about 6 minutes in. So this is perfect. 6 minutes, I could start leveling and wiping. And let's bring everything over to this side. Oh, by the way, it is gonna harden the applicator, okay? Will harden the applicator. That, and let me bring the light back over here. We'll see where we're at. It does have a little bit of that disappearing technology. So it will rainbow a little bit. It's pretty hard to see. But if you see on the hood, under the light, you can still see where my white marks are a little bit, but not too much, and that's what you want. It's not a ton of rainbowing, it's a little rainbowing, it's not sweating, it's disappearing, it's absorbing into the pores of the paint, and then just leaves a little bit on the surface. So now we could start wiping it off and leveling it, because we're 7 minutes in. And I like 2 towels. So use the first towel to do kind of the bulk wipe, like that. Okay. And then I put it on the panel, the side down that I already used. You could use numbered towels if you want, that's also super helpful. And then I take a second dry towel, and this will be my final buff. And you're using the light and just ensuring that there's nothing left on the surface. And again, you can just keep moving down the car. And if you do get a smear later, a high spot later, you can easily wipe it off or use a little bit of a light polish to remove that. As your towels become kind of saturated, you'll know they become saturated because you have more smears and you're not able to really remove the smears. No big deal, just get a new fresh towel. And these towels will need to either soak in a bucket of the super soaper right away, or you could just toss them. All right, we're 10 minutes in, about halfway to, actually we're about 12 minutes in, halfway to clearing everything off. The longer you wait, the harder it is gonna be on that initial wipe. So I would probably recommend only doing half a car at a time. Just had a little bit of extra time, decided I'd finish it up. But this first wipe is gonna be a little bit grabby, and then it loosens up. So after the first wipe, you're gonna have no problem at all. The first wipe does just feel a little tacky until you get the bulk of it removed, and then it's really gonna loosen up and become much more slick, and then you can kind of finish any streaks that you may see. So just know that if you do wait 15 minutes or whatever, it's gonna be a little bit grabby on that first wipe off, but no big deal. And if you don't want it to be grabby, don't wait so long. Only wait 5 minutes. Only wait 3 minutes. Once the coating, a lot of people ask like, well, do I need to let it sit for 15 minutes to adhere properly? No. Once the coating is applied to the panel, it starts to bond instantly. And it's filling those pores of the paint. So letting it dwell longer doesn't necessarily mean a better result. It was designed like that to just give you more workability, more work time, And by the time you get to your second towel, it's pretty smooth. Good to go. 15 minutes in, we're not gonna hit my goal. That's okay. Probably hit it at 20 minutes, right? I would have just applied it to half the car and then let it dwell for a couple extra minutes and then leveled half the car and then applied it to the other half. I probably could have done it in 15 minutes, but even 20 minutes isn't bad. So then you would need to wait an hour before you layer it again. I understand it's kind of boring to watch me like wipe off and level a coating. So I'm just gonna bang out the rest of this car. I'll come back when I'm all done, do a little sun check, make sure everything's looking proper. All right, 20 minutes in, I underestimated how sweaty I was gonna get during this application process, but just about 20 minutes, 21 minutes to apply one layer. Now you could leave just a single layer of JIMBOs, or you can apply additional layers 1 hour in between. And again, this can be exposed to any elements within 4 hours of application, but probably what I would recommend is just half of a car at a time. So apply it to half. It's gonna take you about 5 minutes, 3 minutes to apply it to a whole half of a car. Give it a couple minutes of dwell time and then begin to level it. It's super easy though, even letting this whole side dwell for 15 minutes. So that's gonna enable you to just get kind of set up, get prepared, answer a few phone calls if you need to. But the Gloss Boss is available now and is shipping right now as well. So make sure you head to the link below and get yourself some of the Gloss Boss.